Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Joe Figueroa with another video on our series, Anatomy of a Dance, where I break down social dancing count for count, pointing out everything the dancers do. This week's video is going to be mainly focused on a word, and that word is smooth. I just love when people meet on the dance floor and can gel together to create art like this. I know you're going to enjoy this. So here's your chance to subscribe and ring the bell, because we're starting right now. Here we have Arends and Karel Flores. Karel's career is known by all. She needs no introduction. Andre is new to me, but is clearly a salsa heavyweight. He is the founder of Watapana Dance Company in the Netherlands. Like me, his focus appears to be social dancing. He makes everyone he dances with look like his partner. That's what caught my eye. A viewer posted this comment a while back and got me watching this dance. At first I was going to just break down the section he was asking about, but there's too much great technique from the both of them. So I will be breaking down some other pieces as well. Starting with this piece right here. Andre leads his crossbody lead. Open breaks after to create some space and lead Karel into the middle. At that point, Andre places Karel's right hand behind her back with his left. This is the Apache that I did a video on a while back. There will be a link to that right here. Karel knows as soon as that hand is behind her back that whatever is going to happen next, the best thing she can do to move through it is to make herself as narrow as possible. So she does that by styling her left hand up as far as she can reach. Notice follows how the bicep of her arm is next to her ear. She is making herself taller rather than wider. In addition, she is removing her worst weapon, her elbow. She has it pointed straight up, so there is no way that her elbow will hit him in the nose while she's in mid-turn. Another great thing about the stretch she has in her arm is that it lets her fold her arm at the elbow, adding to the styling by creating a hair comb. So a point to all you follows out there, when a styling teacher displays a reach like this, you should mimic it in the same way. Don't just throw your arm up or out diagonally. Mimic the straight lines given to you. They aren't just for styling. There is also a level of safety involved. Moving on. She begins her progressive turn and Andre raises his left hand up, asking for her left, putting them both in a lefts over rights position. Like I always say in class, a good lead provides a clear high and a clear low. Remember that because it comes into play later. This is the tricky part. Andre creates another hard break feel in the hands to change Karel's direction right away. They are dancing on 2, so she breaks back on 6 and goes into her cumbia footwork. Andre passes both sets of hands over her head during 6, 7, and 1, putting them face to face again, but now with rights over lefts. Notice the clear high and low. But wait, there's more. In addition, Andre takes a deep step to his right, clearing a path for her as she comes out of the cumbia prep. Then, as she begins to pass him, Andre turns to his right while still leading her down the line. What he is doing here is using his right handhold to guide her down the line. Look here, that even though he is facing away from her, he still points her hand in the direction he intends for her. He knows what's important is her line, her path. Andre provides her with her path while passing both sets of hands over his head. Now remember, they were rights high, lefts low. Here he breaks to his right, passing the right hands over his head. Now the lefts. Once again, notice the clear high and clear low. Once the hands are over his head, he releases his right hand and continues to turn to his right, passing the remaining left hands over her head so they both come full circle. Do you people have any idea how difficult that is to do as clean as that? I mean, damn. Here is the same techniques done again, but no direction change. Lefts over rights after the Apache. This time they both change directions, so Karel doesn't need to travel. Clear high and low. Andre turns to his right. Clear high and low. Andre comes full circle, releases the right hands, and since Karel isn't traveling, he is able to lead a double spin with the lefts over her head, and as she completes the spins, he breaks right again. Look at the constant contact. After his right turn, he leaves her hand on his left side. Karel traces her hand across his middle. He doesn't have handhold, so he uses what he has, her arm touching his arm just about at the elbow. He's going by touch, not by sight. Andre raises his right hand up once he feels the contact, picking up her wrist, slightly sliding his hand over hers, and then inside to re-establish hand connection. Sidestep to his right when he raises it up to lead a double inside turn for her. One high, one low. That low handhold is then released, but he immediately places his hand to her back for the 360. These two have me at a loss of breath. I'm gonna just throw this in really quick. I did a video on the back pass a while back. Look at their technique here. Tell me this isn't an exact depiction of what I discussed. Okay, next is the piece that I was asked about. This is technically 3 movements strung together, if you don't count the 360 crossbody lead at the end, so I'm going to break these down one by one. Remember what I said in the Terry breakdown video. What is the nature of a movement? What is it at its base? Apply that here. We start with getting the follow's left arm behind their back like so. This can be done in any number of ways. From here, the lead creates a bit of a pull on that hand in order to create that hard break to change the follow's direction right away. Then passes the hand up over the follow's head to continue the turning. At its base, this would normally culminate in a double turn for the follow. The first happening during the prep, the second happening during the movement. What Andre is doing here is creating a double turn during her movement by bringing the hand down low and tossing it. This means that Karel is now accomplishing a triple continuous turn in full, 1 during the prep and 2 during the movement. I do versions of this all the time. Once that movement is complete, Andre picks Karel up at the back and begins to lead her crossbody lead. He places his arm like a bar across her path to effectively block that path. Now, if done with less commitment, a follow might interpret this as an inside turn led from the hip or waistline, but Andre holds firm. This tells Karel that her line is cut off, so what was intended here was a left-hand turn on the spot. She reacted as expected. She did travel a little bit forward, which is understandable considering how rapidly this is all happening. Andre improves his position by traveling forward a bit and then across her in order to create the next movement, which is what I call a press line. Press lines happen during the preparation on the last count. 3 if you were dancing on 1, 1 if you were dancing on 2. The intention was to create a full turn for her as she stepped 6, 7, and 1. This could be done by leading from the middle. Andre took it a step further, raising his left hand up to connect with her right arm that was styled in a T position. Now, I don't know if he intended to connect with that arm or was just trying to keep from getting smacked in the face. Either way, he is very fast and uses what he has in front of him to his advantage. What I like about this part here is that even in a potential place of panic, Andre still provides lead on both sides of her body, right hand at her middle, left hand connecting with her right arm. That's true leading technique. So even if at this moment she has no idea what is happening or where she is supposed to be, Andre provides security, reassurance. It's the mark of a great lead, so it could have all been luck. But Karel is a hair trigger response, so fortunately the gambit worked. Andre uses the left hand to give Karel a push to her right to begin the press line I mentioned earlier. She pivots full on her right foot on 1, stepping down on 2, forward, down the line for another inside turn. Follows notice that as she steps with her right here, she raises her left knee and foot just slightly. She doesn't panic, doesn't rush into rapid steps that don't exist. She waits to receive information. That's following at its best. Like earlier, she raises both arms up to make herself slimmer, not wider, eliminating the possibility of hitting him as she is turning and looking damn good doing it. You see that smile? That's a partner happy, a partner impressed. Andre never takes his hand off of her. See here, his right hand at her middle maintains connection throughout. She knows exactly where he is by touch. He provided her path, set her on it, and can afford to release his hold, using the opportunity to turn left. Blind on the partner for just a moment, but he knows where he left her. So as he finishes his turn to his left, he picks her up at the end of her movement. Now she went with an inside turn here, but had she just crossed over and changed her direction to face him like a crossbody lead or a walk, the result would have been the same. He picks her up at the back again to go into another 360 to complete the combination. If you want a breakdown of the 360, check out the link above. I'm telling you, this dance is a perfect example of symbiosis. The way these two play off of each other is fantastic. He checks all the boxes of good leading technique, and she exemplifies what follows should strive for. You will see more on both of them in the future. This content is for you to benefit from, so any feedback you might be able to give me would be greatly appreciated. Comments, likes, and even dislikes will help me to provide you with the best content that I can. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, keep dancing.